Very good morning. Habari za asubuhi. Mwasuze mutia. Bonjour. Allow me first of all thank and appreciate this opportunity accorded to me to speak on this graduation day. But above all, allow me to take this golden opportunity and thank the Chancellor of Cavendish University, the former President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Also want to thank and appreciate Honorable Minister for Science, Innovation and Technology, the guest of honor, the Vice Chancellor Cavendish University, my brother John Mugisha, the Vice Chancellors from different academic institutions present, Excellencies, Ambassadors present representing your respective governments, honorable members of parliament present from Uganda, Kenya, and other ESA partner states. My appreciation also goes to the parents of the students who have graduated today. And also, let me take this opportunity on behalf of the East African Business Council, the board, the management, to convey our deep appreciation and the congratulations for you. I'm excited to deliver this commencement speech. Excited in the sense that when I was invited by my brother, Professor Mugisha, we sit together on the board of Inter-University Council of East Africa. And really, I'm the one who nominated, who said he has all the requisite capacity and capability to add a voice or to make a difference in what we aspire as a region, as a continent, in terms of Africa economic transformation. I'm speaking this morning. I'll first share with you some good news. Good news in the sense that East Africa is the only region in the continent that survived the devastating effect of COVID-19. Even with the current challenges emanating from Russia-Ukraine conflict and other challenges related to climate change, East Africa region is the fastest growing region in the continent. And allow me, Your Excellency, and other dignitaries, we give a big hand of appreciation and a clap to our heads of state. I always say that development or economic transformation of Africa lies in the hands of good leadership. Your Excellency Chancellor, you've demonstrated that. Yesterday I had an opportunity to have a lunch with you. Leaders are very critical in terms of driving economic transformation we want. They play a pivotal role in terms of shaping the agenda of the Africa we want. Africa that is free from poverty, that is free from ignorance. Africa that the private sector is that at the forefront of economic prosperity or shared prosperity. That is the aspiration of the African citizen. We don't want always to be associated as a continent that is engulfed in poverty. We we want to see a shared prosperity. And that's what Cavendish University stands for. I was excited that one of your attributes, I asked my brother, Vice Chancellor, what is your unique proposition as a university? And even in my organization, what do we have as a unique attribution? There are many organizations. But the unique attribution of Cavendish is that student-centric aspiration. The relationship between the student and teacher. And now I want to add another one. The Cavendish University should show that centric between the university and the industry and the labor market. I wanted to share with the example, and the moderator highlighted, I had an opportunity to be exposed to East Asian countries. One of the universities, what they do, it's not about how many students are graduating, but it's how many students are getting a job. And this should be your performance benchmark. You make a monitoring system that currently I'm informed that you have 711 students graduating today. So next year I want to see 80% of those students from Cavendish University are already in the labor market, are employed, not in the informal sector, but in the formal sector, because you are providing the right skills that are required by the private sector. And that is the challenge I'm putting forward to my brother, that next year, out of 701, 80%. Currently, if I give you the statistics, Uganda, every year, you graduate around 40,000 students in all your universities, but only 20% are absorbed by the labor market. What about 80%? 80% end up in a informal sector. So we need to change that paradigm. We need to change that paradigm, and I'm happy I'm here to speak. We need to change that paradigm and grow that number to 60% or to 80%. It is possible once we link the academia to the industry. Once we link academia to the industry. And I think that is the paradigm shift we want as a region, as a continent. And I'm happy our leadership across the region is providing enabling environment. I was this morning speaking to our guest of honor. I said I was looking at the current report by Business Inside Africa. They ranked 10 countries in Africa with a high level of entrepreneurship. And I said Uganda is not among 10. The first one is South Africa, the second is Rwanda, the third is Nigeria, the fourth is Kenya. Where is Uganda? I asked the minister, what is happening? And I used to be excited that Uganda is driving entrepreneurship. What is expecting? I said there is a skills mismatch. While we are doing a lot in terms of output, but we need to move to another level of outcome, measuring the quality of the student we put to the market. We need to do that. So when I looked at what does South Africa do, one of the tools that South Africa did is their education, their universities. University of Cape Town, I was happy I was at the University of Wits, I was in the University of Pretoria. They always speak to the industries. They speak to the private sector. Generally, they give you 1 year before you graduate. You are attached to a certain sector so that your skills resonates well with what the market requires. Your Excellency, I think having the right skills within our organization is very critical for our companies, and we need to do that. So I realize that, again, Cavendish, you are doing very well in a number of disciplines, the law, you are doing well in agriculture, but there are certain skills that now are required. And I was very happy when I spoke to the executive director that everyone, whether you're a lawyer, whether you're an economist, you need to have at least basic skills, basic Excel skills. You're able to do presentation. There are those basic skills that are critical for you to get employment. Not those skills that you need to interpret the laws. Everyone can't interpret laws. The current world requires that we need to embrace technology in our agenda, in our development aspiration and agenda. I was looking at the numbers. The World Health Organization recently produced a report, and it projected that a shortfall of 15 million health workers, mostly in low and middle income countries, are needed. 15 million health workers are required. The same, I was talking to my colleagues in Canada and the US. They said we need professionals, legal professionals. We need professionals in accountancy. That's the world, where the world is moving. But have we prepared our students really to be globally competitive? Do they have the right skills? I always appreciate one of my professor, Joseph Stiglitz. He said that knowledge is a public good. When you want to commercialize it, it will be very expensive. So you will not buy a degree, you will not buy a degree. You have to have that knowledge, intrinsic knowledge, embedded in you. You can be able to explain it and articulate it. So that is very critical. The International Labour Organization, ILO, estimates that as part of changing demography, and we are happy that we have a young population. Generally, 77% of our population in the ESC, they fall between the age of 35 years. So we need to leap that demographic dividend. We need to be exciting. While other countries like Japan, they are now struggling with aging population. And when there is an aging population, now they are looking at what we call global care economy. They need people to take care of the aging population. So have we prepared our students around that global care economy? And ILO estimates that we need 300 million new laws related to child care and elder care in the global care economy by 2035. Then, according to the International Road Transportation Union, the world needs 2.6 million truck drivers, those people in logistics and transport. Generally, under the CFTA, under the Continental Free Trade Area, we've deliberately crafted 10 sectors that will drive the economic we want. Transport and logistics has been highlighted as one of the sectors. But do you have those skills? Do our university really prepare what the economists or transport specialists in that sector, where we need 2.6 million truck drivers or logistics players? So I think it is important that really Cavendish University and other high-level institutions, we speak to the private sector. We nurture and establish a very strong collaboration and partnership. That's the way forward that we can be able to create an environment that will nurture and stimulate entrepreneurship. We need to work together. I was looking at as I mentioned, what are those preconditions for entrepreneurship to thrive? One is innovation, 2 is technology, 3 is our government policy in terms of nurturing, incubating innovation. Look at the US. I was looking at the same statistics. It's really a paradox. Yesterday when I was coming from the airport, California state, its GDP is higher than all the African countries combined. In that article, it indicated it is 7.5 times the GDP of Nigeria. And in Nigeria, it's the biggest. It is the biggest country with the highest GDP in Africa. But just California. So I asked, what miracle did the California or US do? One was human capital investment. They align their skills, their technology with the requirement of the future of the industry. So with that, really I want to appreciate, commend the effort of Cavendish University and other institutions for the work you are doing. It is now that you need to do that. It's not tomorrow. It's now that we need to work together. With that, I want to thank you and again congratulate those who have graduated today and I wish you a very fruitful deliberation, and I wish you a very good day. God bless you all. Asanteni sana.